I have with me here some sample work of Mr. Jamal that is published in Chinese. This magazine, for instance, is called How Why, where he actually did a special report on our controversial rapper Namawei Huang Mingzhi in Taiwan. So you write fully in Chinese?
Yes, fully in Chinese. And also often be interviewed by some Chinese media, and they put my opinions in the paper.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. 蛮特别的.
yeah.
So you see, you have a true Malaysian, who can actually glide easily from one culture to another. But does it cause a lot of confusion for you? 有时觉得自己是马来人，但是不太像马来人，自己也不是中国人吧，但是就是对中国文化非常的了解。Do you find it confusing sometimes?
I think 如果这样，我的看法是，一个人他可以是一个国际性的internationalism。他不管他是什么背景，因为每一个人的背景都有所不同。比如讲，他一个人可能是从小就在马来西亚出生，在马来西亚接受教育。他可能父母都是马来人，那么他的这个受的教育，他的思维方式都是马来人的方式。如果像我这样子，虽然父母是马来人，但是从小是在外国生长的，那么可能受到的中文教育，那么思维方式可能多一点，像中国人的思维方式。那么关于另外一个人，他是在美国生长的、出生的，他长大了，他可能多一些西方人的思维方式。我相信这样都不能够取代你的本来的这个你的面目。你本身是马来西亚人，你本身是个马来人，那么你还是一个马来人。所以在马来西亚来看的话，我们也会发现，尽管是在马来西亚出生或者在马来西亚长大的，那么如果有可能是不同种族的婚姻或者是说接受的不同的教育背景，它也可能会改变一个人的特质。但是我认为这都不是最主要的问题。其实能够使这些特质更加融合。你有马来人的特质，又有华人的特质，又有印度人的特质，我觉得也没有什么不好。这对于这个国家来讲呢，对于我们这人民来讲呢，可能是未来我们应该去寻求的一个方向。
But Mr. Jamal, I came from such background, so people find me confusing because of the Chinese, the Malay, and the Indian blood that I have, so it comes to a point where I stop explaining myself to people. So, I mean, do you think it's good to just be one race? I mean, in simple, you just be Malay, or you just be Chinese, or you just be Indian, instead of, you're neither here nor there?
I don't think so, because you see, they are confused. I think it won't be you are confused. It's better for you don't be confused. If you feel very confused yourself, you will be very, very hard. You will be very hard to communicate with people. You will be very hard to deal with the people in certain things. So you have to be very confident. You are Malaysian. You're Malaysian. You don't care about the people who says that you are not really like a Malay. You are not really like a Chinese. You looks like Malay, but your thinking is Chinese thinking. So I don't care about that. So I'm Malaysian. I speak Mandarin when together with Chinese. Malaysian Chinese. I speak Bahasa when I together with my relatives, with my Malay people, and I also can speak English when I'm doing business with foreigners. So don't think too much about that. You are Malaysian, right? You are Malaysian. You don't worry about people's thinking. They says you are not really from one nation, you have the nature of a few multiple nations features. I don't care. Yeah.
So personally, what do you think is the most beautiful, the coolest thing about being Malaysian?
Sometimes you can consider it as a very cool situation, but sometimes you'll be feeling very, very sad about that, because when people ignore you, or when people don't want to be more closer with you, you will be feeling very sad at that time. But you have to do your best to be closer to any other race, to any other of those who have their side opinion on you. Yes.
是，那是要问你一下关于这个中国的文化。今天是元宵嘛？就是你本身有没有说特别的庆祝，还是就在中国生长的一个时候那个经验，就是元宵是一个大日子嘛？
元宵节在我在中国的时候呢，一定到了那个时候呢，所有的中国的居民他们都会庆祝，他们都会有的是自己来做元宵，我也跟他们一起学做过这些元宵。那么那个时候我的母亲在中国的时候，她也跟当地的中国人学怎样做元宵，从那个糯米的粉，然后里面的馅怎样去包，然后怎样子去煮，我们也学会了。其实在中国的时候，我们有很多这样子的经验，元宵节呀，或者说是这叫什么节？那个中秋节吃月饼啊，还有吃粽子的是叫什么节？
端午节。
端午节，对对，端午节吃粽子啊，这些我们都有跟当地的居民一起过这样子节日，也学会怎么样子去做。所以回到马来西亚的时候呢，这些节日也都有，我觉得又很亲切，又很好。也没有什么关系，因为虽然这是华人的这种习俗，但是我觉得，只要大家开心也可以庆祝啊。那么当然，就好像我在中国的时候遇到了这个我们哈里拉耶的时候啊，或者是其他节日的时候，也有其他的这个华裔的朋友啊，跟我们一起庆祝啊。所以这样的文化呢，在马来西亚你能够享受呢，这是马来西亚人的一个福气。
How did you celebrate Hari Raya in China? I'm just curious.
So, we used to gather together with only a few Malaysians or a few Malaysian family in China. If we can gather together, if cannot, no way. We have to call all our Chinese people to come to our house to celebrate with us.
So you have famous mom, Shamsiah Fakeh, who was a nationalist, who was so into a lot of women's movement. I think she was a hero in her time. I mean, how what kind of influence, how influential was your mother to you?
To me, my mother is more like an ordinary mother. I said she's very good in cooking.
Oh.
She's very good in cooking. I like very much.
What was her special dish?
Okay, she can do a very good this roti canai.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think her roti canai is quite different from what I have here in Malaysia. It's more delicious because he made very thin the roti. Then he put some, I don't know what his recipe, but her roti canai is better than what I have here in Malaysia, and her satay is also very nice. And her friends in China helped her to make a very special stick for her to do the satay. So her satay is also very nice. She can cook all styles of Malay food. I'm very lucky that I can have these foods even when we were in China. Yes.
So, what was the thing that she taught you? You know, I mean, what was your fondest memory of your mom, apart from her cooking? I mean, what did she say that you can still remember until today?
I cannot conclude in a few words because we have been living with my mother for so long time. What I remember is that her spirit is very strong. The spirit of struggle is very strong. He's very confident with her belief. Yeah, is her belief. This is what I learned from her.
那你们母子吵架的时候用中文呢，还是用马来话？
通常是马来话，通常他是马来话。那么我如果高兴是马来话，不高兴就回答中文。
But you speak Mandarin with your brothers?
Yes,
Also, yeah.
I speak Mandarin with my brother because my brother doesn't like speak bahasa.
Oh, I mean,
It's very weak in bahasa. Yeah.
okay. So, I mean, since you've stayed in Malaysia for like 15 years, and you've seen a lot of development, you know, I mean, are you fascinated with Malaysia, especially, you know, Malaysians today? I mean, I think it's so different than what we used to have in the past.
The biggest difference, I think, is the way of life, the people's life. You see, of course, the state, the system of the country is different. The Chinese system is a socialist system, but it has been turned into a capitalist system also. But in Malaysia is, from the beginning to up to now, is still a capitalist system. So you see, when I came back from China in the year of 1994, Malaysia is in a very good status of development. At that time, Malaysia is growing up very fast. China is just at the beginning of their development. But 15 years later, Chinese development is more faster than what we have now in Malaysia. So I think if you ask me where I prefer to stay, I still prefer to stay in Malaysia because the environment in Malaysia is so good.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Nothing is like home.
Yes. And another, I still very appreciate our multicultural in Malaysia, which you won't have in any part of China. Okay. Another thing is that the living cost in Malaysia is also quite low. So this is why I still prefer living in Malaysia. But if I have any chance, I will also go to China for my business, because China is the biggest market.
Do you still go back to China often?
Yes.
How many times in a
Yeah, 4 or 5 times every year. I went to China. I still have a lot of Chinese friends in all parts of China. So I enjoy this kind of life. I enjoy this kind of communication with my friends, both in China and Malaysia. Now I'm very busy now with my present job, so I'm very. I feel quite a little pity about that I cannot continue with my business at the moment. I will find the next chance to go to China for business only. Yes.
I think, you know, Mr. Jamal is what we call a true Malaysian. and Malaysia is truly Asia. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, 同意。
Thank you, Mr. Jamal. 谢谢你，
谢谢。
参加我们的节目。So, do you have anything to say to the audience?
Yeah，我非常高兴在元宵节啊，就是华人新年的差不多是最后一天啊，在这一天就是说，我想恭祝这个马来西亚的各位华人朋友们新春快乐啊，万事如意，恭喜发财，谢谢。
Thank you.